You know those postcard images, right? The ones of these incredibly vibrant global festivals? But what if I told you there's a hidden language in all that beautiful chaos? A language that's not spoken in words, but in hypersaturated, radical color. And today, we're gonna learn how to read it.
So you see a vibrant parade and your first thought is probably party, right? A huge celebration. But what if all that color isn't just for show? What if it's something way, way more essential? Because in some of the world's most challenged communities, that colorful spectacle you're seeing is actually a survival mechanism. Yeah, what looks like a party on the surface is really a powerful act of defiance, a way of screaming to the world that you're surviving against all odds. There's actually a name for this: chromatic saturation. It's what happens when people facing immense hardship, I'm talking economic collapse, political turmoil, natural disasters, they respond with an absolute explosion of color. It's their way of shouting to the world that they are still vital, they're still resilient, that they are still here. So let's start our journey in the city of Bacolod in the Philippines during the MassKara Festival. I mean, you look at it and all you see is pure, unfiltered joy. But that joy, wow, it was born from some incredibly dark roots. Back in 1980, this community was just hammered by two unimaginable tragedies, one right after the other. First, their entire sugar-based economy collapsed, which led to a devastating famine. And then, a ferry sank, killing hundreds of people from the city. The entire community was just plunged into grief. So in response, the local leaders decided they had to do something to literally lift the city's spirits. So they created a festival. They called it MassKara, which is this super clever mashup of the English word mass for a multitude of people and the Spanish word cara for face. Put it together, a multitude of faces. And here's the most important part, the one unbreakable rule of the entire festival. The masks have to be smiling. It's a conscious, collective choice to project joy, to literally put on a happy face over a reality of grief. And over the years, those masks have gone from simple paper to these incredible high-tech fiberglass and LED creations for the night parades. Okay, now let's jump to one of the most remote places on Earth, Easter Island. Here, the language of color isn't just something you wear on a mask, it's literally scraped from the earth itself and painted right onto your skin. Now, the most extreme event at their Tapati festival is called the Hakape. And listen, this is no tourist trap, it's the real deal. It's a revival of an ancient rite of passage for warriors, a true test of courage for the Rapa Nui people. So competitors get on these makeshift sleds made of banana tree trunks, and they slide down the side of a volcano. Just picture this, they're careening down a terrifyingly steep 45-degree slope, and they're hitting speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour. That's about 50 miles per hour. And get this, they do it all wearing nothing but a traditional loincloth. Zero protective gear. I mean, the commitment is just unbelievable. But it's not all about raw speed and danger. In another competition, the Takona, color basically becomes literature. Athletes paint their bodies using natural pigments from the island, these amazing white and red volcanic clays, to tell their family legends. Their own skin becomes a living, breathing, ancestral storybook. Okay, for our last stop, we land in New Orleans. But we're not heading to the main parades on Bourbon Street. No, we're going to the back streets because this is where a tradition unfolds, where color isn't just a statement, it's a weapon. This whole tradition comes from this historic alliance between African and Native American communities in the city. Each year, members of different tribes spend an entire year and thousands of dollars to create one new suit. The process is just mind-bogglingly laborious. You design a story, you source thousands of individual beads, and you sew every single one by hand. And let's be clear, these are not costumes. They are massive, wearable mosaics made of beads and feathers that can weigh over 100 pounds. It's basically a suit of armor made of light and story. And when they take to the streets, it's not a random parade. It is a highly organized ritual procession. You've got the spy boy who scouts ahead for rival tribes. You've got the flag boy who relays signals back to the chief. The wild man is the enforcer, clearing the path, and it's all to protect the most important figure, the big chief. And this is what it all leads to. See, what used to be a physical confrontation between these rival tribes has completely transformed into an aesthetic one. Now, when two chiefs meet on the street, they battle with the beauty of their suits. And as the saying goes, the winner is the one who's declared the prettiest.
So, after looking at these incredible examples, you start to see a pattern, right? This language of color isn't isolated to just one or two places. It's a truly global phenomenon, a universal language. Just look at Thailand, where villagers wear these wild masks made from old rice steamers, paint them in searing neon colors, and dance to summon the monsoon rains.
Or jump over to the mountains of Bolivia, where miners put on these terrifying devil costumes that weigh up to 30 kilograms and dance for 20 hours straight to honor both the Virgin Mary and the ancient god of the mines.
And in Medellin, Colombia, you have farmers who carry these massive arrangements of flowers on their backs, some weighing more than they do. They've completely flipped a symbol of colonial servitude into this overwhelming, beautiful display of pride.
So you see, whether it's a mask that's forcing a smile in the face of grief or a suit of armor made from beads and light, chromatic saturation is so much more than just pretty decoration. It's a universal, visual shout that says no matter what hardship you throw at us, we are still here.
Which really just leaves us with one final question to think about. If you had to tell your own story of resilience, your own history of survival, what colors would you use?